All right, boys. We got ourselves a new set coming out. It drops on PTCGO tomorrow. It is Astral Radiance. We got ourselves a full set list release courtesy of PokeBeach.com. The link to that will be in the description below. But let's get it on here. We got ourselves the first card here, the Beedrill V. Funny thing is, I actually want to build this. I don't know if it's going to be super duper good, especially if Manaphy starts seeing some play for whatever reason. But being able to ping stuff on your opponent's bench has always been valuable in this game. And even being able to, I don't know, get rid of stuff, like being able to lock something into the active slot and just start destroying bench, seems like it could be a very fun strategy to mess around with. So starting off a little bit strong here with Beedrill V. And of course, we're going to get into why grass types are going to be so good in this set coming up. Assuming Voltar, I don't think these things really do anything. The Scyther doesn't really do anything. These things don't really do anything. Doesn't do anything. Kricketune being able to give you extra 40 for your grass types, but you only get one of them. I don't think it's any good. Like, I don't think I'd want to run Kricketune over, let's say, like a Bibarel engine. Like, that's kind of competing for the same spot as the Bibarel engine in your bench spot. So kind of that way. But I mean, it could be helpful to give yourself an extra 40 for whatever reason. But I don't think it's going to be seen too much play here. Vespiquen, I actually completely forgot about this coming out. Vespiquen is actually going to be pretty sweet. You play Vespiquen, you also got the Milotic that stops your hand from being disrupted, and you're able to do 1 energy for 240 every turn. This could be super duper pog. It is obviously a stage 1, so something to keep in mind, but hey, it could be a very successful stage 1 archetypal deck people are looking for. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, I want my stage 1s. I missed out on my stage 1s, even though this entire format is stage 1s with VMAXs, but, you know, not like that EA. So, you know, people are going to get their way possibly with Vespiquen here. Being able to get the choice belt up to 270 as well is a very nice number. Just missing out on that 280, unfortunately, but still playable. We lose Big Charm with rotation. Big yikes. And Evo Incense. Ugh, kind of cringe. Like I said, at least get to keep Ultra Ball Copium, right? What's this Leafeon do? Search it. I don't think it's gonna do anything. Shaman. Only on your first turn. It's okay. I don't think you're gonna see that. Hisuian Lilligant is what? It's Tapu Koko, but it's worse because it's stage 1. That's not that good. Hisuian Lilligant V, though. All right, I think you're gonna actually see this deck. In my opinion, Dance has got to be one of the best attacks on a basic V that evolves into a VMAX that we've seen in a long time. Being able to draw up until 6 is super duper good, super valuable, especially with Ultra Ball in the format. Because you got ways to discard cards and then you can just drop to 6, which is nice. And the fact that the format's going to slow down a little after rotation with Crobat rotating. But we also got the Lilligant V-Star being able to do essentially 230 every turn, 260 with a choice belt, 290 if you're attacking a VMAX with the new Hawlucha that I'm going to get into. But you also get this, the ability to be able to search for all your grass stuff and your grass energy. So you can set up your Lilligants pretty quickly that way, which is nice. Is it just you, or is the music all fucked up? I really hope not. That would be really unfortunate. I mean, being able to, like I said, like I was talking about the Hisuian Lilligant here, being able to search for your stuff and set up is super duper strong. So that's something that... I don't know if it's better than... That's the thing. Is it going to really outdo Arceus and Mew and all that? Time will tell. But I think what you are going to see a lot less of, I think you're going to see a lot less Gengar because of this, which actually could make Mew stronger on accident, which is pretty good for Mew players here. I don't think any of this stuff is going to do anything here, and not really excited about any of this. Stadium card in play doing 3 for 180 is kind of whatever. Heatran VMAX, I don't think. I mean, I guess you're just basically negating the downside of... You're negating the downside of Magma Basin, but like 3 for 180 for VMAX is just so fucking garbage, man. It's really bad. So, I don't think Heatran's going to be any good. All right, Radiant Heatran, boys. Radiant Heatran's really, really good. You stick around. I think you're gonna start. I think you might see this get banned and expanded. Honestly, these things are really strong. If you're able to get enough damage counters onto like things that can copy attacks and stuff like that, being able to all the copying attacks, welder and shit, like I think it's gonna be too good. Honestly, I really want to play Radiant Heatran. That's gonna be one of the first deck lists I do in the new format. Is gonna be expanded Radiant Heatran, 100%. Golduck is okay. It's not gonna do anything with that, right? No. Discard both active Pokemon. Wait, that's actually this is an interesting one that I don't think you're gonna see it because like you don't take prizes, right? So it's kind of bad. 50 damage times the number of energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon in play. I mean, number of energy, so that counts DTE as 2. Your opponent needs like 6 total energy on board. I mean, I think you could actually see Starmie V get played in Arceus as like a 1-of. Damage does ramp quickly against Arceus. Yeah. Okay, I can see Starmie seeing some play in like the water Arceus variants, or like maybe in the Palkia as like your 1-of, as another 1-of, kind of water box stuff. Yeah, I didn't really think about that. Yeah, 50x does add up pretty quickly. Because what, it's 4 total energy on the board to do 280, or sorry, 5 total energy on board plus span to do 280. It's pretty solid. It's something that you have to play, and then like you knock something out, and then you need another attack ready to go. Free retreat though, actually free retreat as well to pivot. Even if you don't get any use out of the attack in the game, being able to get use out of it as a pivot is actually really fucking good. Getting a lot more control-based trainers in this set, so you think Golduck has a chance in expanded? But I think control is going to get massively fucked over by a couple of these upcoming cards. There's a Hoot for one, and then there's another one that they printed. I can't remember. It's either they're printing it in this set or it's coming out in the next set. There's like a Bibarel that does some bad stuff to stall. So it's one of those things that'll become cyclical. Like if you see too much control doing well, then people start teching in these cards and the control dies. And that's about it.
And his name is John Cena!
Yeah, thank you so much for that, John Cena. Barack Cena, appreciate that. Alright, these things aren't... Oh, these things don't do anything. Anti-Ninja? No. Red Dice. They try doing this thing with these Regice decks. Like, I don't think it's gonna... I don't think we'll do it too. Palkia, here we go. Origin form Palkia. This thing is going to be really fucking good, I think. The first attack here is actually not great. I don't know. Being able to search your stadium is okay. It's okay. Not great. Ice Rider Palkia? Heck no, dude. You're going to see a lot more Palkia, just Palkia as the main attacker, kind of replacing Suicune. And then you're going to be seeing Suicune. Yeah, Ice Rider does kind of suck, dude. I mean, it's doing well right now, but I think it's not Ice Rider. I think it's just because Ice Rider takes advantage of Path the most, or one of the most anyway. I don't think it's actually Ice Rider that's that great. Yeah, it's going to be like a Palkia Suicune mix. Like I said, you're going to see maybe Starmie get played in this, right? The Starmie we just mentioned a little earlier. Yeah, I think this is going to be really good. Being able to attach 3 water energy from your discard and you're essentially able to set up your entire board after using Star Portal is really good. And being able to play a deck that completely avoids Temple of Sinnoh, I think is going to be really important in this upcoming format. Palkia Entei V-Trust. You can't, unfortunately, you can't attach these things to a non-water Pokemon. That'd be so funny. Yeah, I think honestly, I think you want to see like, you almost want to see like a 3-3 line of this, or even a 4-3 line of your Palkias. And then you try to set up Suicune, you set up this to attack, right? You set up the Starmie as well if you need to. Like, it's super good. Decks like Ice Rider could play both Path and Temple if they wanted to. I think Path is most effective at 3 minimum, so I don't think you could afford to play both even if you wanted to. I think you could like start going down to 2-2, or like, I think you're trying to do too much with those types of things. I think you have to determine which deck you're actually more scared of, and then you have to I think just pick one of those 2 stadiums and kind of run with it. I don't think these things are going to do anything. Basculin, this first time for Basculin, whatever. And your opponent knocked up by damage. Okay, it's Revenge, so it's like whatever. Revenge and Confusions, okay. Radiant Greninja is going to be one of the 2 default dancers for using the Sparkling Pokemon, being able to discard a card, draw 2 cards, especially in Darkrai. I think this is going to be the thing to do in Darkrai. Being able to discard energy and then draw. Well, I mean, discarding the energy is pretty important. Also, you're going to see it in this because it synergizes with the Palkia V-Star, discarding your energy to try to load up the 3 into the U-Star portal. Very, very good stuff here. The only thing is it does get shut off by Path of the Peak, because that's something to keep in mind when you play this card. If you decide to play Path, of course. Let's see. Avalugg, do anything. Okay. Searching for 3 item cards. Fusion. What is it? Fusion, strike shit. I mean, you could actually see Galarian Mr. Rime as a decent control variant. Being able to search 3 item cards is pretty solid. Not being able to do damage, though, kind of hurts this, I think. But, like, if it even did 10 damage, like, would be pretty cool. But yeah, being able to search their item cards could be decent, but I don't know. I don't think this will see too much play. I might be talking myself into it. Search for those double item cards. Yeah, that's true. Search for double item cards. Get Marnie. Get Roxanne. Get Judge to start crying in the club. But it's the fact that you're searching the items too, which means you have to reveal them because it's not any card. It's search for 3 items. So kind of unfortunate there. Luxray, this can actually, okay, Luxray could actually get kind of, if you're not careful, Luxray could push your shit in if you're not careful. Getting like Marnie or something like that, or getting your hand disrupted and then them knocking out your only supporter could be really annoying to deal with. I don't know if this has any long-term viability. Especially very awkward energy cost here. Having the double colorless here and then changing it to LLC is really, really awkward. But being able to discard the double colorless to get a paralyzed as well. Paralyze is always a thing. Luxray V with Roxanne late, yeah, that could get kind of nasty. Yeah, just to really guarantee, in before though, your opponent just top decks the supporter, right? That's usually how these things work. So we got the Regieleki here, being able to put a item card, discard pile into your hand. It's only 1 item card, so it's not as busted as Junk Hunt, obviously, but I think you're gonna see somebody try to play Regieleki. You're gonna see people try and play this just to try and get that Junk Hunt vibe back, but it's one item instead of 2. It's just not that good. I don't think it's that good. Yeah, it's good. Hisuian Typhlosion's not good. I don't think Hisuian Typhlosion V-Star is going to be very good. I really wish Shadow Roaster was an ability. I think it would make this thing way better. Obviously, it might be even broken if it were an ability, but as it stands, as an attack, I just don't think. Like, it's awkward because you're putting 3 damage counters any way you like, right? But then the Shadow Roaster is 4 damage counters. It's kind of awkward, in my opinion, here. Like, I don't know why it isn't just put 4 damage counters. Like, it should have been like that. And then this thing has to be active too for you to take knockouts. You have to waste a boss on it. Like, I don't know, man. I just don't think this is gonna be any good. I really don't. Togepi, the Togepi line is just when you evolve, you heal off your active. I don't think it's gonna really work out. Mimikyu VMAX does better. We lose Goon, that's true. Yeah, we're losing a lot of important stuff when we're talking about these cards. That is a good thing. I don't know. Yeah, see, yeah, so you lose a Goon too. Like, oh, I don't know, dude, that just makes that so much worse. Omnis Chant, Mismag, has the potential to be super duper broken and expanded, especially being able to have that control over your opponent's hand. Although the thing is, as an attack, just getting your opponent down to 3 cards is not as devastating, especially without cards like with Chip Pickaxe. You know, to control your opponent's top decks, it's a lot harder to lock them this way. But I mean, if Trevnor has proven anything, it's the fact that being able to manipulate your opponent's hand is super duper card. Super duper good. Oh yeah, being able to use Dust Tone on the first turn attack expanded. Yeah, that could get kind of annoying. Very true. Yeah, and it's a shuffle back as well. It's not discard, it's shuffling back into your hand. Oh, so you can't, they have to shuffle, so you don't even get to manipulate the top deck. I mean, and you're not doing damage. Like, it's tough. It's either gonna be super duper broken, or it's gonna suck, and there's gonna be no in between. I'm leaning towards suck though, for that. Once during your turn, search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, put in your hands. Okay, that's kind of whatever. 160. Like, these things are just so weak. Why are these attacks so weak? Drifloon doesn't do anything. Yo, if you're really that worried about weakness, you can play all three Uxies, Azelfs, and Mespritz, you know? Or you can just be Arceus and play Dunsparce. Like, oh, why did they do that? Why'd they do that to him? I don't know. At least expanded, if you decide to play that weird weakness ×4 deck, at least this Mesprit's better, I think, than the other Mesprit. I don't know, dude. It's kind of bad. All right. Diancie. Opponent plays a supporter card. Okay, it doesn't matter because this thing has to be active, so there's no point. Super effective glasses. Yeah, we're going to get into that. Yeah, if you liked weakness, then... Oh boy, everyone's favorite mechanic. You know, everyone's favorite mechanic of weakness is gonna get even better with weakness glasses. Yeesh. I don't know how I feel about that, boys. All right. We got a weird ear here. The fast-paced draw card. It's very whatever. Same number. Like these attacks have always proven, these types of same number of cards in hand as your opponent cards have always proven to be kind of bad. This one's no different, I don't think. Like, you're doing, realistically, like, you're doing a max 120 after you use Judge and you can't use any other card. And then on top of that, or if you, I guess if you use Marnie, then a fast-paced, you're able to get yourself up to 5. And I guess if you have enough fast-paced, you can probably just draw a card because you can draw it from anywhere. You don't have to be active. So I guess you can kind of get your hand up enough, but like, you're going to be doing 100 most of the time because you're probably playing double turbo or twin. Like, half the time it's going to be 100. It's just not enough damage, dude. It's just not. 100 damage on a stage 1 that's conditional. It's just not good. Suing Arcanine, again with these awkward costs, like 2 fighting and a colorless. If it was a fighting 2 colorless, this would be way better. Would make it better and expanded with Welder, but as it is, I don't see it. Noivern V does it better, exactly, thank you. Machamp V, alright, I think Machamp V and VMAX is actually pretty good. Being able to put damage counters on your bench is super duper easy now that Gape Jaw Bog is basically that Team Magma Stadium that's more accessible. We'll get into that when we get there. But you're able to basically, when you play down your basic Pokemon, you get 2 damage counters. You only need to do it 1 time. You only need to get the damage counters down 1 time. Although unfortunately that means you do have to play Gape Jaw Bog, which is usually worse than any other most other stadiums that you could play. But still, 2 for 220 is a very, very good number. Being able to hit Arceus for weakness, also very good, you know. And max charges 3 for 240 isn't too shabby either, so, you know. Solid. This is going to be a very solid card here. Even better in expanded. I think you're going to be able to, with all the damage modifiers that you can get in expanded, you can very easily get up to the 330s, and this could see a little bit of play. It's just if that psychic weakness is in expanded, especially because Shadow Rider is so good in expanded, it's just, it could be a little too crippling, the psychic weakness. But in standard, at least, it doesn't, that type of thing doesn't seem to matter as much. You know, I don't know. At least in my experience, it seems like in a lot of these decks, you can usually play through weakness. But if Mew remains too popular, then maybe Machamp won't quite see its time. But if Mew does drop off in popularity, Machamp might definitely see some play. Oh yeah, Spiritomb. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Expanded. Expanded is much better because you don't even have to worry about the stadium, right? You just play Spiritomb. But as it stands in standard, you don't have that. Is Spirit Tomb still standard? I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure it's expanded, right? Is this thing? No, it's not. It's okay. So you get this for a couple months, right? No, it's expanded. Chilling Rain. Oh shoot, Chilling Rain. Is it still here? No way. No, there's no way. Unbroken Bonds. That's what I thought, dude. And what the hell is this one? Oh, never mind. Psychic Trouble deck expanded. Yeah. Oh, that's why you got Spirit Tomb. So what? You play Rainbow Energies then, right? Yeah. Okay, that would work. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Spirit Tombs from your Unbroken Bonds. That's what I thought, dude. I knew it was in standard. I'm like, I don't know why I questioned myself there. Yeah, no. So yeah, it's much better in expanded than it is in standard, though. We'll just have to see how that plays itself out. That Spirit Tomb's the anti-Mad Party one. Yeah, I know. The Google debated me. 100%. Radiant Halucha, super duper good. I think this is going to be like the default that people use in their deck, like the biggest default that people use in their deck when it comes to the sparkling Pokemon. Because you're being able to do 30 more damage to VMAX is super duper valuable. You're already doing more damage if you're playing Choice Belt, right? Like it's really, really strong. And the fact that it's 90 HP instead of 100, they really should have made this 100, because that 90 HP, being able to search it with Level Ball just makes it that much better. So in Decidueye, I don't think is going to be any good. Same with the V-Star. I don't see it. At least you get the benefit of being double colorless, so you're able to do that, and you can discard up to you have to discard the energy too, with like very little way to get it back. And you're doing what's your max out there after you do the discarding is 250, 280, and you have to discard 3 energy cards, so that it's not even energy's worth of cards. So if you discard, let's say, a double turbo, I'm pretty sure it doesn't count as 2. So if you have to actually discard 3 individual cards, which is just not good. Yeah, like they did Decidueye really dirty, I think, and I mean, drawing cards until you have 8, I mean, is pretty solid. Like being able to get a free Cynthia's Ambition, but I mean, nah, that ain't it, Chief. Better luck next time. I don't think Cleavor. Wait, they got 2 different Cleavor prints. Oh, I guess you got 2 Scythers, right? I don't think any of these things are gonna do anything. You're gonna see people try and do this. All right, they're going to try and cheese you with Lumberjack Hack, right? Trying to flip 2 coins and knock out Pokemon randomly. I don't see it. I really don't. I'm pretty sure Slumbering Forest is gone too. Forest. It's Pokemon Sword. I'm pretty sure TCG. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Not Slumbering Forest. Or sorry, Glimwood Tangle. Same difference. D block. Yeah. We lose Glimwood Tangle. Yeah, expanded. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Expanded. You got Trick Coin. You get the Victini and all that type of stuff. Yeah, we lose Glimwood. Like, I don't see this being good in standard. Expanded. I just, again, I don't see it either. Not for me. Not for me, boys. I'm pretty sure there's a basic that does this in expand, right? Isn't there a Heracross that does this in expanded? I can't remember. Somebody in chat remind me. Tell me. I seem to remember there being a Heracross that does something similar. It's like flip 2 coins and then something happens. I'm pretty sure it's also a knockout condition. He discards. Ah, thank you. I knew someone would know what I was talking about. It is that. That's different. Oh yeah, no shit. That's so much different. But yeah, no, it's. I just don't see this. See this seeing any play anyway, regardless. Cleavors, I'm reading, it's kind of bad. Discarding an energy off your Pokemon or your opponent can be decent. I just don't think it's gonna be worth it. Let's see, Quillfish, I mean, big meme there. God, Overquill is such an ugly ass design, boys. I'm sorry. I hate it. I hate Overquill so freaking much. It's so lazy. It's like all they did with Overquill. I have to go into this rant. I know there's people in this chat who really like Overquill and know people who like Overquill. I have to say it. Overquill is really bad, lazy design, I think. They basically were just like, here's Quillfish. Now let's just stretch boy. Oh, that's it. Easy. That's it. Easy variant. Like, terrible. They just decided to put the stretch filter on. I was like, nah. Same with the Sneasler too. But whatever. Just bigger Quillfish like that. Like long. That's all they did to it. It's so stupid. Anyway, I don't think it's gonna be any good. I had to get that rant out of the way. Sneasler, I don't like either. It's like, I don't really like it as a design. We've seen this type of ability as well, where Pokemon on your bench they retreat cost less. They didn't see play. I think there was a Dodrio that did this at one point. It didn't see play. I don't see how Sneasler sees play as well. It's not gonna happen. Dire Claw. 80x for each special condition affecting your opponent's active Pokemon. Is this gonna be good? I'm not sure. Do we get to keep the Butterfree? That's the real question. Do we get to keep the Butterfree? That's the biggest thing. If we get to keep the Butterfree, it's solid. If we don't, it's kind of bad. I'm pretty sure we don't, though. No, we do. We get to keep the Butterfree. Okay, we do. We get to see FST. Yeah, we get to see it. All right, so we get to keep the Butterfree. Not as bad. It's still like, what is it? So lose Scoop Up. Oh, we lose Scoop Up net. Okay, yeah, no, never mind. This thing's bad then. Mightyena. You're gonna see people play this. This is gonna see some play, 100%. A lot of Mew hate. People are gonna play this for Mew hate. You're gonna see like people play 2-2 lines to this. Being able to hit Mew for weakness with no energy is gonna be so fucking good. Like, cause you only need to do this once and you can usually win the game against Mew. Like, it's so hard for Mew to beat this. Like, people have been tacking a lot worse stuff into their decks to beat Mew. And now you just need to tech 4 cards that you probably need to tech like a 2-2 line of this, and then you don't even need to tech energy. Like, it's really, really good. So, you know, rip all the Mew players, right? I don't know if we feel bad for them or not, though, but, you know. Absol, they were really worried about making Coco good, huh? 10 to each your opponent's Pokemon. Sheesh, that's kind of garbage. Darkrai V is... Wow, Darkrai V is actually kind of bad. But Darkrai V-Star... Alright, I've been talking to a few people. I think Darkrai V-Star actually is going to be pretty much better than people are going to give it credit for. There are people on Twitter and stuff like that are going to tell you that it's only okay. I have some knowledge from some testers that people are saying that Darkrai V-Star is just a little bit more than okay. It's all about the Star Abyss. Being able to get your 2 items back is so good. If you're good at using this part of the ability, there's not a lot of, like, you're gonna do really, really well. It has the same attack as Greninja Zoroark. Yeah, exactly. Like, that deck was pretty good for a while. And being able to hit Mew for weakness, and it's not weak to fighting. It's weak to grass, which isn't common unless Hisuian Lilligant decides to randomly get popular. Like if that deck does actually do something, then, you know, Darkrai might be in a bit of trouble. But I don't know. Otherwise, like, being able to search your item cards, being able to get your what's it called? Having to evolve it, yeah, but being able to get your dark patches back is really, really good. Like, being able to, if you can get good with using Star Abyss, like, that's going to be very skilled. That's going to separate the okay Darkrai players from the good ones. But if you can do that, Darkrai is going to be super good. This Samurot's not going to do anything, but this Samurott, all the hype has been surrounding this Hisuian Samurai. It's this one that people are hyped about. It's not the Darkrai, it's actually the Samurai. People thinking about the being able to go 2 energy for 220 is super good, and the ability here is being able to have this as an ability to finish off an opponent's Pokemon. I have no idea why I accidentally clicked that. There we go. Yeah, having a grass weakness is definitely more favorable. But yeah, this is how Hisuian Typhlosion got screwed. The fact that this is an ability instead, like they could have made Hisuian Typhlosion's an ability, but no, they had to put it on this one instead as an ability. And the attack is better. Like, so you use this ability, right? And then you're able to do 220 damage. So you're doing a grand total of 260 and 290 with the choice belt. That's one-shotting pretty much everything and being able to hit dark. Like, ugh. Double dark cost is really nice as well. Like that's like, it could be better, it could be worse. Like it could be a lot worse. Like only 2 energy as well. Very good. You can use like a goon engine as well to get your ping that way, and then you can use this to close out a knockout. Or let's say you hit someone early with this, and then you can use this. Like let's say you leave them at 3 or 4 damage counters left. Then you can use the ability to snipe a knockout, and then you're able to attack within the same turn. That could get really stupid. Goon does rotate, but you still do get about 3 months with Goon at least, so that's good. And Inteleon does not. Inteleon does not rotate. It's just that you're going to have to actually play the Inteleon without the Drizzile engine, which is going to really suck. We do end up losing a lot of stuff that's damage counters, but I think there are a lot of people right now, at least for this upcoming most recent format, the actual Astral Radiance format, you're going to see a lot of people play this. If your opponent has 2 or fewer prize cards remaining, supporter cards played from your opponent's hand have no effect on your bench Pokemon B. What? So your opponent can't, like, boss? If this was 90 HP, I think you might see more because it's level ball, but I don't know about you guys. I'm very on this. Right? Am I wrong for thinking that? Am I wrong for thinking to be very on Thievul? I don't know. I'm kind of on Thievul. Very meh. Magnezone. I don't think Magnezone does in the top 6 cards. Oh, it's Squall. Okay, so we get Squall back in the form of Magnezone. Okay. I'm kind of whatever on that. I mean, it's fine. Squall is fine. I know we're getting up to some of this other stuff. Bronzong Heat Proof is back. Okay, cool. Yep. Yeah, it's the same as Blastoise from Team Up. Yeah, that's why I was like, all right, cool. I'm not like jumping on my seat for that. Okay, Origin Form Dalaga. This attack here is actually almost as good as a Lilligant's, being able to just put 2 energy onto this thing. Like, that's actually really good to help you out with the Chronos Star, which is probably one of the best V stars in the entire game. Like printed wise, like being like the actual best V-Star power probably printed other than maybe Starbirth. Being able to do 220 and then take another turn, that's absolutely game breaking if used properly, but balanced by the fact that it's cost fucking 5 energy with really no way to cheat it. And we lose Metal Saucer, I believe, coming up. So like, there's going to be no easy way to accelerate this. Don't go into my comment section and tell me Magnezone, because it's not. Broken and expanded, absolutely broken and expanded, because you're able to copy these attacks, right? So you can like put energy onto something like a Mew FCO, and then you can copy this attack, and then you copy the Dialga GX or whatever. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be. I don't think this has as much play in standard, but this could be really stupid and expanded. 100%. Mew can only copy the attacks of basic Pokemon. My bad. I thought I could copy them all. Never mind. Are you able to copy this? That's the real question. If you're able to somehow find a way to copy this and then use Dialga's, like, this is really good. Oh, no, how people were doing it, sorry. So this is how people were doing it. So how people were doing it is they were using Dialga's GX attack, and then they were Ninja Boying into Dialga V. And then they would, and that's how they were getting the V-Star. That's how people were doing it, is they were getting the energy cost for Dialga GX and then Ninja Boying. Or finding a way to move all the energy. So you'd move the energy with Bronzong. Still super duper good though. Big combo heavy deck though. So if you could pull off the combo, that's very frustrating. But would be frustrating to your opponent, but it's as it stands. I don't know if this is gonna be that broken actually. It might just be in the realm of very good and expanded. I just don't see it seeing much play in standard. Okay, moving on. All right, this Bisharp low key might be pretty solid, especially with Gape Jaw. Is it benched Ponard? Why does it have to be benched Ponard, man? Why couldn't it be like Bisharps? That'd be so much better. Making it do benched Bisharp would be way fucking better, because then now you have to like hold on to your Bisharps, right? Like you can't actually evolve them right away. So that kind of sucks, dude. At least you can, like, I don't know, maybe you use one as a conduit, cape a toughness it up to 110. And then what, you're able to get, if you're able to get 8, maybe 7 or 8 onto the same one, 8 times 3, and you're able to keep that, like, what, 9 times 3, like, that might actually not be too bad of an idea, honestly. And then you can keep chaining these, and then, yeah, it's just that if they decide to, if they're able to knock out your conduit Ponard, that's holding all your damage counters, then you're just kind of fucked. I don't know. Could be interesting little deck, but I don't see it being high meta. And it's expanded to the same problem as an expanded as well, where you have to have it as a Ponard to do the extra damage. So it's not quite as good. Garchomp, what the fuck is this art? Jesus Christ, what is that? He looks like he's in so much fucking pain. Sheesh. You're saying the alt art is nice. Could you link that for me, Angelo? Because Jesus, dude, this thing looks like me, man. It looks like me when somebody wakes me up at like 8 in the morning, I swear. So depressed. Discarding 3 and doing 220 to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Okay, so I could fuck with that. Being able to just randomly ping a bench Pokemon is super duper good. Should be in the list, yeah, but I don't feel like scrolling for it. I'm very lazy, you know me. So if you could just find that for me and link it, that'd be like 10 out of 10 content. Once during your turn, your opponent's up. Oh, Pokemon is act. I don't know. I think the energy cost for this is gonna be a little too awkward. Draw until you have 4 cards in your hand. Why is it so you can only use one of these per turn? Like, they're so worried about breaking it. They're so worried about recreating Shaman that they make all of these abilities just fucking garbage. Like, Eevee. Oh yeah, okay. So Eevee's really good. I thought at first that you couldn't chain these together. It turns out you can. It turns out that when you actually play in a card onto Eevee, you actually get to evolve all of your Eevees, which is really, really good. The biggest issue with Eevee is there's nothing good to evolve into Eevee. Like, there's fuck all. All the stuff that evolves into Eevee is pretty bad. Like, really, really bad. So this is definitely something to pick up for future's sake. I think they're going to print something that's going to be eventually good that you can use with Eevee. Yeah, okay, yeah, exactly. Like, they do all these restrictions, and then they're like, Jenna's like, nah, fuck it, dude, let's just do that unlimited. Like, why? Thank you, General Zacian. Like, why the fuck did they do that? It's like, dude, they printed all of it in one set. They're like, yeah, let's just print Fusion Strike as a set. And they're like, yeah, this is acceptable. This is definitely acceptable. All right, whatever. Rant about that over. But yeah, the Eevee here is like, the problem is there's just nothing to evolve into. I don't know. I guess it makes like the Flareon from Expanded a little better, but I don't know, dude. I don't think it's that much of a difference. Okay, we're gonna go over Hoot Hoot in a sec because that's actually a pretty important card. Let's check out this alt art here. Oh, jeez, mommy. Okay, mommy. Okay. Yeah, you right. Well, how is this? This art is so fucking good. And then the other one is just equally as bad, but jeez. Hello, mommy. I mean, hi, mommy. I mean, hi, mommy. I mean, hi, mommy. Okay. All right, Hoot Hoot. On to Hoot Hoot. All right. Yo. Hoot Hoot's gonna be good. The GX and Expanded for Eevee. The GXs. Oh, yeah, you're right. They have do evolve from Eevee. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be I don't think it's gonna be like game breaking though. And of course in standard, it's just gonna see zero play until we get a better Eevee to evolve, or a better Pokemon to evolve into. Hoot Hoot though. Sheesh. Fuck hammers. All my homies hate hammers. Especially if you play like decks with basic energy in it. Well, actually, like if you're playing a deck with Oops All Basic Energy and you just hate hammers, play Hoot Hoot. You will not be disappointed. Ah, so good. Oh my god, I'm so happy they printed a card like this because I fucking hate Crushing Hammer with a burning passion. So if I start getting too annoyed by hitting Crushing Hammers in my decks, then I'm going to be playing Hoot Hoot for sure. We are currently in a heavy special energy meta, but we might be moving away from that, in my opinion. Opponent reveals their hand. Okay, and then okay, that's just like that's the Pokebeach being funny. I like that they do this every now and then smack them. Not so much as we used to. I think I'm closer to Angelo on this. Yeah, I don't think it's as much. I don't think we're doing as much as I don't think it's as much. Okay, here. Okay, hold on. Teddy Ursa, why the fuck is this a coin flip and Regieleki is not? What? It's only an item too. Why? Why is this a coin flip? Whatever, dude. Flip a coin till you get tails. Okay, this thing's crap. Like, why does this get printed? Why does stuff like this get printed? Or, oh, Ursaluna. I kind of forgot Ursaluna was a thing. So yeah, so you make stage 2 here. Put 2 cards from your discard. Okay, so now this is where you start to get your 2 of any card, put it into your hand. So this is like gonna be your one of your potential control deck. Being able to put 2 of any card.
It's a little late to be prowling around these parts, huh?
Yeah, it is.
The sexy guy, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you so much for the follow, man. I do appreciate that. We're just doing a quick little set review on Astral Radiance, so you're more than welcome to join into the conversation. Ooh, what do we get for Pokecatch? Veneri? Fuck yeah. All right. Ursaluna, yeah, so you might see some control players try and play this, but I mean, stage 2, it's always tough to play stage 2. It's always tough to judge stage 2s because they're usually pretty bad. Stantler, okay, we've seen attacks like Guard Press before. It's not going to work out. Milk Tank. All right, you're going to see people try and play Milk Tank. You got to be ready for this. As a basic, preventing all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks to your opponent's Pokemon V. That does include V-Start. That includes V-Maxes. That includes all that stuff because, you know, they're all Vs. Whatever. But the attack here is a little bit worse, in my opinion, because it's just your opponent's bench Pokemon. It's not both. So there is a limit to this. So your opponent can probably just go, okay, one Pokemon active and just say Lamau. Especially because are we losing Twin Energy? I'm pretty sure we lose Twin Energy, right? Or if we haven't already, right? Mew can still just bleed through this, so it doesn't matter. Like, God, why do they give Mew so many things? Yeah, Mew's still going to be able to beat this. Yeah, I don't think you're going to see as much Milk Tank then. I don't know. And most decks have counters to this stuff, like just kind of built in naturally. So I don't see Milk Tank seeing too much play. People are going to try to, though. Oh, we do lose Twin Energy. Yeah, so if you lose, here's the thing. So we lose Twin Energy. So by rotation, all your opponent has to do is play 1 Pokemon, and that's it. They play 1 Pokemon, and you actually can't attack. Yeah, you cannot attack because double Turbo Energy knocks your damage down to 0. and then you just don't do damage. They play one non-V, like one, yeah, they play one Pokemon in the active slot, and you actually cannot play Milk Tank. Like, you can't attack with it. So you can't even make this its own deck. Like, it's kind of bad. I don't know. Like I said, you're gonna see people try to play it at first, but it's not gonna work out. Per is not very good. Shadot, Regigigas. Yeah, like, what the heck? So you have to have all 5 pieces of Exodia in play, and then every turn you get to search your discard for 3 energy cards and attach them to something. So what, you're attaching it to this just to do 300 damage? Like, what? Let's use Temple. Yeah, that's not practical. Yeah, you're not going to use Sinnoh Temple. Just to do what? Because you're going to do 10 damage after that. Oh, man, 40 if it's a V, if you choice belt, right? Like, no, it's bad. And they've tried to do these things before with Regigigas being like, oh, man, if you have Regirock, Registeel, Regice, and all. If it was just to have these 3, this card would be playable. But the fact you have to have all 5 in play just to do this, just to do up to 3 energy cards, it's just not good. Especially in standard, it's not good. Expanded has a little more playability with Skyfield, but like it's just still so bad. It's just bad. Yeah, and one boss completely breaks it, right? Like, and you're not realistically, you're not going to be able to play any more than maybe 2 of each of these. That's 10 deck slots. Like, it's so bad. It would be if you're behind, you'd probably, I think it'd have to be like if you're ahead, you would do less damage or something like, I don't know, dude. Slow start be like this Pokemon just, I don't know. I don't even know how you would be able to do slow start in this. I guess their way of doing slow start is just this absolute ridiculous restrictions on all the Regigigas cards, but they've all fucking sucked, every single one of them, which is really unfortunate. Oranguru, inactive, searching 2 tools is kind of whatever. And the attack is okay. So it's 50 more for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So 1. I hate attacks like this that are more reliant on your opponent to do things. Like, I don't think it's great. I mean, at least you one-shot Origin Form Dialga. I think we're getting to Honchkrow, right? Weirdeer is kind of bad. People are saying that this is like some kind of tech that you could run in Shadow Rider. Because you're able to get all of the energy onto board, and then you're able to just move the energy, right? Being able to move any energy is really interesting, not just basic energy. Being able to move DTEs could get kind of interesting. But I think you're gonna see people maybe try this out as like a 1 or 2 of, and then like they're gonna see that it's only okay or maybe not that good. And they're gonna no longer play it. Though Shadow Rider gains popularity, I think Shadow Rider will actually be playing this. Like that I think I could see. The fact that it's 40 times and not 40 plus makes a pretty big difference too. Like, you have to move what, 6-7 energy onto this thing just to take one shots. Like, it just seems not really worth it. And then you lose those energies. Like, well, okay, so you close out games with this. Okay, I don't know. Is it better than closing out games with Alcremie? I don't think so. So, I'm kind of not about that. I don't know. Someone's gonna try it. Just be ready for it. I just don't think it's good. Adamant would be sick if we got to keep Metal Saucer. We do not, so it's not quite as cool. Discarding 2 metal energy and being able to search for 2 cards. It's basically Crash or Wake. Crash or Wake would actually be pretty good in this format. But it's basically, it's a better Crash or Wake, but I just don't think it's that much better than Crash or Wake was, and Crash or Wake saw actually 0 play. So I think Adamant is going to see close to actually 0 play. Canceling Cologne, not as good as people think it is. I think people are really overhyping Canceling Cologne. Being able to get rid of your opponent's active abilities till the end of this turn. That means your turn, guys. What are you shutting off with this? You're shutting off, like, I don't know what, Zamazenta V, that's going to be going away. That's gone next format. You're shutting off, I don't know, any kind of safeguard abilities, I guess, if you're playing in expanded. I think this has a lot more uses in expanded because there are kind of more things. It's good against Honchkrow. Like, a lot of times the Honchkrow just beats you if you have something in your by you not having anything in your opening hand, and then that's how they beat you. It's just too situational. Yeah, exactly. I just don't see it. Like, what are you stopping? What are you shutting off? And they get their abilities back, right? Or like, okay, let's say you want to be your control player. You want to shut off Hoot Hoot. You can't because Hoot Hoot's probably benched. You can't really shut off Manaphy because that thing's usually on the bench. Like, there's no, like, you can't shut off a lot of these, like, these things that you would want to shut off a lot of these bench sitters. Like, you can't shut them off because they have to be in the active spot. It's really stupid. Like, I don't know what, you're gonna play this in Jolteon and you're gonna boss their what's it called? Their Manaphy active, use canceling cologne. No, it doesn't work. Just to do the extra 110 damage, like, no, it's bad. Cancel cologne's really bad. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It might see some play in expanded just because there's more things that can lock you out of the game. Like, there's more walls in expanded, but otherwise, standard at least, you're not going to see it at all. So Choi is a worse How. Okay, cool. It just makes it so you can play How and Choi in the same deck. Ooh, or Hop or whatever. All right, no, it's bad. Silene is, I know someone made a post about this where you're able to potentially play 16 hammers in the same game. But I don't think you're gonna see a lot of play out of Silene. Oh, we got a new ladder? Fucking poggers. Let's see real quick. Yeah, so Ice Rider, that's kind of funny. That's our Ice Riders and Melanie. That's our setup for the ladder. That's pretty cool. All right, Dark Patch. Super duper great that we're getting Dark Patch back. I guess. I don't know, a lot of people are hyped about that. At least we get a Dark Patch reprint, so it's not gonna be super duper expensive to buy Dark Patches anymore, but I don't know, other than that, yeah, it's gonna be pretty solid, I think. Obviously, it's gonna make every Dark deck a lot better, Dark Patch. So yeah, very solid stuff here. We're getting Dark Patch back. Energy Lotto. I see a lot of buzz about people playing this in Mew. Being able to search out your energy is always a good thing. That's one of the things that sometimes Mew can struggle with. In worst case scenario, you fail. If you fail to find something with Energy Lotto, it's just a free card to play, right? So you can it helps you thin your hand. Before we had to use Pierce, yeah. Energy Lotto is sick, dude. I think there's a lot of people. I remember the reveal on this. Oh my god, I'm gonna get to Featherball from you in a sec, dude. That's disgusting behavior. But I know a lot of people were really disappointed when Energy Lotto was announced because they said, oh, it's an older card that's coming back, right? So people were like, oh man, Versus Seeker, N, Trainer's Mail, Acro Bike, all these like really busted, awesome, amazing cards that were in Expanded, right? That were kind of in that block of the game, like 2013, 2014 block. But then we ended up getting Energy Lotto, and people were like, huh. But I think Energy Lotto is actually be really, really good, especially for new players. New players are going to be really happy with this. Being able to search, being able to look at the top 7, try again and any of your energy. It's any energy as well, guys. So it doesn't matter if it's basic or not, which is nice. And like I said, worst case you fail it, and that's just one less card in your hand. Verse Seeker reprint would be pretty hype. I agree. I really like Verse Seeker. I think without Battle Compressor, Verse Seeker is not nearly as toxic. I think the biggest problem is people remember Versus Seeker for when they played it back in 2014, 2015, and that's because it got printed in the same set as Battle Compressor, which was really, really broken. So, you know, I think without Battle Compressor, Verse Seeker is a heck of a lot more balanced. But moving on to Featherball here, got that 0 retreat cost, great, more Mew things. So, you know, Quick Ball out, Featherball in, and Mew doesn't really get changed too much there. Good stuff game. Also, it helps out with, I don't know, I guess if Jolteon ever makes a comeback, but I don't see that. We already have a weaker Verse Seeker and Expanded. I mean, we have regular Verse Seeker and Expanded. What you talk about weaker Verse Seeker and Expanded? Gapejaw Bog. So here we go. This is like the Team Magma replacement. This is what's gonna make Machamp decent. Is you play this and then you're able to put damage counters on whatever your bench Pokemon is. Oh, in standard. Yeah. We have weak Reverse Seeker. What in the in Eldegoss? I feel like that's not what you were talking about, but my memory is very bad right now for that. Gardenia's Vigor. This is what's gonna make what's it called good? Hisuian Lilligant. The big thing that I worry about, guys, a lot of people don't realize how big of a deal attaching to your benched Pokemon. That is way more crippling than I think people are giving it credit for. The thing that makes up for it, though, is being able to draw before you attach. So this card is never actually dead. That's the biggest problem with playing decks like Welder, is a lot of times you just be like, all right, I got bricked, top deck Welder, and then you can't play Welder because you don't have an energy to supply Welder. So it would really suck. Welcoming Lantern, yeah, but that's only for single strike cards, so it's not nearly as good, right? So it's legit just for Bruno. But yeah, this thing, I think people are really happy about Gardenia's Vigor, super hyping this up. I am tentatively hyped for this, right? I'm tentatively. I am very cautious to say that Gardenia's Vigor is going to be as good as Welder or as whatever. I think it's going to be better than, Melanie, maybe better than Melanie, but it's not going to be Welder, guys. I'm sorry. It's just not. At least he'll never be dead, right? But, you know. Grant, we're about to talk about Grant. I'm kind of the same way there. Yeah, I'm half and half with Vigor. But Grant, boys, being able to do 30 more damage, it's basically what Leon should have been, except for they decide to restrict it to fighting types for whatever reason. Being able to discard 2 and get it back into your hand completely free if you play eggs in expanded, really fun. But yeah, no, being able to discard and get Grant back and then play it again is pretty cool. So you're basically essentially able to do the 30 damage whenever the heck you want. Gutsy Pickaxe in combination with Oranguru is really nice. I don't know if Oranguru stays in format or not. I'm gonna guess it doesn't, but because it feels like it's been around too long. But at least for the 3 months that you get it, Gutsy Pickaxe Oranguru is gonna be really good. A worst case scenario, you just get to draw a card, which is, you know, not bad. Hisuian Heavy Ball makes the Radiant Heatran really good, and it also is one of the probably the best card in terms of if you're worried about pricing shit. Probably the best one we've had so far. We got switching cups. Are you? No, I'm sorry. I cannot endorse that. I cannot endorse someone playing the switching cups. The fact that Guru goes onto the bench is what made it good, not the fact that it put it back into your deck. All right. It's the fact that you need to spend a hand resource to use for that effect. The fact that you're now suggesting switching cups on top of that, so when you need those 2 exact cards in your hand to guarantee it, seems really bad. Dude, I'm gonna use, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna use Arceus V-Star Starbirth to get switching cups and the Gutsy Pickaxe. Look at our hand and then get really sad that we don't have a basic energy in there. All right, moving on. Irida, search deck for a watered item card. So cool. So it makes Palkia super good. It's Karina, and Karina was really good when it got printed. So I expect Irida to be pretty good too. Jubilife's Village. They really didn't want to give us a Tropical Beach reprint, huh? So instead they just gave us Jubilife Village, which is really bad. Being able to just, you know, it's a shuffle, draw 5. I mean, it's like whatever. I guess it gets you out of Roxy Path Copium, but I guess it gets you out of Roxy Copium. I don't know. I don't think it's good. Personally, I don't think you'll see anyone play this, unfortunately. I like the art. You know, the art's actually really nice. It's kind of too bad the card is not great. Komodo, discard all cards in your hand and then draw 4, except for 1, and then draw 4. I didn't actually look at this too much. I don't know how I feel about this. The fact that you can't play this if it's the last card in your hand is really bad. So you're just like, what, you discard all your cards and then you draw 4. It's fine. Roxanne, boys, yo, we gonna have some we are a Roxanne hating channel over here, okay? This path, you think Marnie path is bad? Roxanne path is going to be so fucking toxic. The fact that you can use this while you're ahead is absolutely out of control. Playing this card when your opponent has 3 or it only depends on your opponent having 3 or less prize cards. You could have 2 prize cards remaining, they could have 3, and you can Roxanne them. Why? Why can you do that? Ugh. Disgusting behavior. Absolutely disgusting behavior. You're gonna see so many good, close games come down to who got bricked off of Roxanne. I mean, I get bricked up every time I see Roxanne. You'll pause, I'm kidding, she's underage. But I don't want to get bricked playing this game. So, you know. I'm not a fan of Roxanne for sure. There are people who are like, I like Roxanne because I can only win by shuffling my opponent's deck and bricking them. Good comeback mechanics. No, the way you won the game is by bricking your opponent. I don't think you were skilled to win the game. You were lucky. I don't like cards that support that behavior. And Roxanne, it just feels like it's going to support that behavior. It's going to make playing Bibberol really fucking important. I think you're going to see a lot more decks just running random Bibberols just to get around Roxanne. I hope that happens too. Size 6 Seasoned Curry. Burning your own Pokemon and healing 40. It's very whatever. It's fine. It's a good healing card, honestly, because being burned is actually one of the better status conditions. It has to be active though. It's kind of unfortunate, but it's whatever. Technically, it gets rid of. No, it doesn't. Tokens don't work that way. Never mind. Super effective glasses. Yo, everyone's favorite mechanic other than prizing is, of course, weakness. I hear people complain all the time about weakness. So hey, let's instead of printing weakness policy, which gets rid of weakness, let's print something that does more weakness. Yay! Yeah, this makes box decks much better. It actually lowers the ceiling a lot for what box or the floor of what damage a box deck has to do. A lot of times you have to find cards that do 160 to 170 to make these types of counter box decks valuable, but now you can lower that to about 110 to 120, which is massive. That opens up the card pool for so many different counter box Pokemon, and then you just play 4 of these and then you're just good to go. Sweet Honey, only good for Vespiquen, but also randomly being able to have it's basically better Lucky Pop, like Ice Pop, except for, you don't get it back into your hand per se, but being able to flip as much as you can. If you get really lucky, you get like 3, 4, 5 heads in a row, full heal. Super good, super duper good. Switch card. Yo, rest in peace to my homie Switch. 1998 to 2022, man. Gone, but not forgotten. They literally just killed regular Switch with Switch card. Being able, it's active basic Pokemon. I actually didn't read that. Okay, so never mind. Switch still playable, but yeah, being able to switch for all the basic decks anyway, like all the big basic dot decks, rip Switch. But Switch card's still good. Being able to heal 30 as well. Obviously better than Switch. So I think you're gonna see a lot of people been playing Switch card. Temple of Sinnoh, is it better than Path? Not so sure, but Temple of Sinnoh being able to make the double turbo a lot worse. It's pretty good. I think you're gonna see a lot of Temple of Sinnoh being played. Trekking Shoes is really good as well. I love Trekking Shoes. It's a little bit more controllable Acro Bike. I don't think it's as good as Acro Bike, but it's close. It's pretty close to as good as Acro Bike. Switch stays in rotation. I know it does. So I meant rip. I meant rip Switch because I thought it was switch your active Pokemon. I didn't read the basic part, so I thought it was just a straight up better Switch, which was what would have killed Switch, but it's not. So we're chilling. Unidentified Fossil, so whatever. Reprint. Wait and See Turbo. I don't think this card's any good, especially because it ends your turn. Zizu. Draw 1 more card than your hand that your opponent has in theirs. It's very whatever. Caitlyn doesn't see too much play. I don't think 1 extra card is going to make a difference here, personally. Here's all the... Oh, hold on. Did I miss this? Did I miss this Virizion? Virizion's going to see play. Not being able to have special... Pokemon with grass energy attached, not having special conditions, that's going to matter. Just negating special conditions is pretty strong. Just in general, you're gonna see that, definitely see some play. Is there anything else I need to care about? I don't think so. All right, that's it though. That's a set review. Let me know, guys, what you thought about this set. I'm actually pretty excited about it. I'm pretty excited about the set. Honestly, I think there's a lot of really good cards in this thing for sure. Especially trainers. I'm excited to get my hands on some of the stuff. And of course, like I said, my favorite card in the set has to be Heatran. That's gonna be like the first guy. That's gonna be the very first deck list you guys see out of me from Astral Radiance. But anyway, guys, let me know what you thought about this whole thing in the comment section below. All that type of stuff, yada yada. Outro. Let's get it. All right, boys, that's gonna do it for today. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you want to see me live, you can catch me over on Twitch. Link in the description down below. But until the next time, I'm Derek for Table 500, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.